Beyond the Gates. Spoilers. Full Wednesday update the 19th of August 2026. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Beyond the Gates addicts. Today is a beautiful Friday. The sun is shining, but honestly, my mind is completely trapped in the dark, twisty drama of Fairmont Crest. Grab a massive cup of coffee and settle in, because we have so much to talk about and I am practically vibrating with energy after that last episode. I cannot believe they did that. I mean, I really can't. We all knew Bill Hamilton wasn't going to just fade away quietly into the night. But the way they are handling his recovery is making me want to scream at my television screen. Fairmont Crest actually thought that just because Bill survived his medical crisis, everything was going to be fine and dandy. Like, are you kidding me? Since when does a hospital discharge mean the drama is over on this show? Never. And this week just proved that surviving the worst is only the beginning of an entirely new nightmare for these characters. Old feuds are coming back with a vengeance, buried pasts are clawing their way to the surface, and I am watching at least one marriage completely disintegrate before my very eyes. I am typing this at 2 in the morning because I just could not sleep after watching all of this unfold. I need to get this out of my system right now. Because let's be real for a second about Haley Lawson, or Hamilton, or whatever she wants to call herself these days. She has been slowly poisoning Bill since October 2025. October, and she still couldn't get the job done. I am sorry, but she has to be the absolute worst copycat Black Widow in the history of daytime television. I mean, is Bill just made of titanium? Or is Haley literally that incompetent? She is running around trying to play this evil mastermind villain, but she is failing on every single level. And now that Bill is awake and recovering, she is losing her mind. But does she lay low? No. She is out here causing even more chaos. And the hospital bedside confessions? Please. This group of people couldn't have a quiet, drama-free week if their lives literally depended on it. And of course, Bill can't just sit still and drink his apple juice. No. Bill is already acting reckless. His latest actions are practically screaming disaster. He just survived a near-death experience, and instead of taking a beat to reevaluate his life choices, he is diving headfirst back into the mess. He is reaching out to Dany, he is making moves, and he is just incapable of controlling himself. I mean, I get it. He is realizing that he was blinded by what he thought was love with Haley. He is waking up to the fact that Haley is a monster, and Dany was his true partner. But come on, Bill. You left Dany for her daughter's best friend. You brought Haley into your home when her parents died, and then you slept with her and ruined your family. You do not get to just snap your fingers and demand Dany back now that your shiny new toy turned out to be a literal poisoner. Which brings me to the absolute MVP of the week. Vernon Dupree. Can we get a massive round of applause for Papa Vernon? Because he is not sitting this one out. Vernon is not about to just sit back and watch his daughter get hurt again. He sees Bill sniffing around Dany. He sees the blurred lines and the murky intentions, and Vernon is demanding answers. He wants to know exactly what Bill's intentions are toward Dany, and he wants those answers right now. I was cheering at my screen. Vernon is the stern patriarch this family desperately needs right now. He knows the history. He knows the trauma Bill caused. And he is not going to let Bill drag Dany back into his toxic orbit without a massive fight. I love how uncompromising Vernon is. He doesn't care that Bill was just in a hospital bed. He cares about protecting his blood. But at the same time, my heart just breaks for Vernon and Anita. Because amidst all this protective anger, Vernon actually had this beautifully thought out plan for a surprise for Anita. He just wanted to do something nice for his wife, to give them a moment of peace amidst the absolute circus that is their family right now. And what happens? The plan hits a massive, unexpected snag before it can even get off the ground. I swear, the writers just refuse to let anyone be happy for more than 5 minutes. Why can't Vernon and Anita just have a nice date? Why does everything have to be derailed by the chaotic energy of their children and their exes? It is so frustrating, but I kind of love the realism of it. When your family is in crisis, your personal life takes the hit. Wait, I am getting way ahead of myself. I need to talk about Dany and Andre. Let's backtrack to the hospital. Am I the only one who physically cringed when Dany made that Freudian slip? She literally called Bill her husband in front of her family. Her husband, in the present tense. I mean, I know she is trauma bonded to this man. I know they had that insanely hot, secret hookup in the elevator during the tornado. But Dany, girl, what are you doing? You have a whole other husband. Andre is right there. And of course, Anita, Vernon, and Nicole immediately convened a family tribunal to interrogate her. They were like, hold up, what did you just say? I was sweating for her. She is so terrified that they are going to find out about the elevator hookup, and she is just making it worse by opening her mouth. And I know some people are loving this Dany and Bill reunion tour, but personally, I am exhausted by it. Because we have to remember the absolute hell Bill put her through. He didn't just cheat on her, He cheated on her with Haley, a girl they practically raised. That is a level of betrayal that you do not just get over because you got stuck in an elevator during a weather event. Dany is playing with fire, and she is going to burn her entire life down if she isn't careful. She is acting so defensive, and she is terrified of losing Bill to his illness. But she is completely forgetting the man who has actually been there for her. But I am sorry. I can't even fully defend Andre right now either. Because Andre has his own massive pile of secrets that he is hiding from Dany. Out of nowhere, Andre is being dragged back into a past that he thought he had buried forever. We have been seeing these cryptic texts, this mysterious stalker energy, and now it is finally catching up to him. He is totally losing control over how this secret is going to surface. He is running to Ted Richardson for advice, holding secret meetings, and acting so paranoid. I mean, what did you do, Andre? Is it connected to Heather Armstrong? Is she the one messing with him? I need to know. It is driving me crazy that he is playing the supportive, stoic rock for Dany while secretly hiding this massive skeleton in his closet. So what do Dany and Andre do when the pressure gets too high? They decide that the rules simply do not apply to them. They are going completely rogue. I don't even know what their endgame is here, but watching them act outside the box is both thrilling and terrifying. They are supposed to be this solid couple, but they are both keeping these massive relationship-destroying secrets from each other. Dany is emotionally cheating with Bill, and Andre is hiding whatever dark past is haunting him. They are a ticking time bomb, and when they finally explode, the fallout is going to destroy the entire Richardson-Dupree family tree. I am here for the drama, but I am also dreading the heartbreak. Okay, let's pivot away from that mess and talk about the law firm. Because Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne is fighting for her life over there, and Tomas Navarro is testing my absolute last nerve. Bill is barely conscious, and Tomas is already circling like a vulture, trying to seize control of the firm. He is just a junior partner. The entitlement of this man is staggering. He holds these massive grudges, and he thinks he is the rightful heir to Bill's empire. But Naomi is not backing down. The clash between them is so intense, and it shows absolutely no signs of cooling off. They are at each other's throats. And honestly, Naomi deserves a medal for dealing with his aggressive, arrogant attitude while trying to keep the business afloat. But thank goodness Jacob Hawthorne is trying to bring some light into Naomi's life. Amidst all this corporate warfare with Tomas, Jacob is teaming up with Grayson Perez and Ashley Morgan to pull off a surprise for Naomi. And honestly, it sounds like it is going to be a genuinely fun, sweet surprise. I love seeing this softer side of the canvas. Grayson and Ashley helping Jacob scheme something positive is the exact kind of palate cleanser we need when everyone else is either poisoning their spouse or hiding a secret affair. I just hope Tomas doesn't find a way to ruin this surprise too, because Naomi desperately needs a win right now. She is carrying the weight of that entire firm on her shoulders. Speaking of Ashley Morgan, can we talk about the absolute fireworks between her and Haley Lawson? Because wow, Haley and Ashley collided this week, and the sparks that flew were definitely not the romantic kind. It was pure, unadulterated animosity, and I ate up every single second of it. Haley is already on edge because her murder plot is failing and Bill is pulling away, so she is just lashing out at anyone in her path. And Ashley is not the one to back down. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Haley is spiraling, she is desperate, and she is leaning so hard into this villain arc, but she is so messy about it. I almost feel bad for her, but then I remember she is literally a poisoner who betrayed the family that took her in. And while all of this heavy, life or death drama is happening, Chelsea Hamilton and Kat Richardson decide that the absolute best way to distract themselves from the town's mess is to have a fashion show moment. I mean, I laughed out loud. It was such a random, fun distraction. They are trying so hard to just focus on clothes and looking fabulous. But of course, in Fairmont Crest, peace never lasts long. The fashion moment went completely off the rails because you cannot just ignore the chaos around you, especially not when Kat is involved. Kat is physically incapable of staying out of trouble. She is like a magnet for drama, and I love her for it. But she is stressing me out. Because Kat is not just playing dress-up, she is digging deep into the disappearance of Lynette Wise. Remember Lynette, Haley's friend who just vanished into thin air? Yeah, Kat is on the case, and she is digging into origin stories and private places to find the truth. But I am screaming at the screen, Kat, you in danger, girl. By looking into Lynette, Kat has landed squarely on Haley's radar. And we already know Haley is capable of slow drip murder. If Haley finds out Kat is close to uncovering the truth about Lynette, what is she going to do to her? I am so stressed for Kat. She is defiant and curious, but she is way in over her head with this one. Finally, we have to talk about Nicole Dupree. Sweet, exhausted Nicole. She is dealing with the absolute shock of Dany's Freudian slip. She is getting devastating news alongside Kiel Rollins, and her patience is wearing incredibly thin. But despite all of her own trauma, she still manages to be a genuinely good person. This week, she steps up with a plan to help save Noah Rollins' night. Noah is Kiel's son, and he is dating Deanna McBride, and he is facing the absolute terror of being judged by Vanessa McBride. Vanessa is evaluating him like he is interviewing for a job, and poor Noah is just nervous and eager to please. So, Nicole stepping in to save Noah's night just proves that she has more than one soft spot in this town. Even when her own world is crashing down, she cares about Kiel's son. She wants Noah to succeed with Deanna and Vanessa. It is such a beautiful character moment for her. It shows that despite the toxicity of the Dupree-Richardson drama, there is still genuine love and care in Fairmont Crest. But I also worry that Nicole is giving too much of herself to others and not dealing with her own grief. What was that devastating news she and Kiel received? Is their relationship going to survive it? I am so anxious for them. And we cannot forget about Joey Armstrong in all of this. Joey is out here doing the Lord's work, honestly. He actually went to the hospital and warned Bill that he needs to investigate the true cause of his failing health. Joey is paranoid, he is stressed, and he is dealing with his own nuclear sibling rivalry with Heather. But he still took the time to tell Bill to wake up and smell the poison. I mean, Joey knows a rat when he sees one. He might be clashing with Vernon Dupree over casino business or family drama, but on this one issue, Joey is the only one speaking absolute sense to Bill. If Bill would just listen to Joey, Haley would be behind bars by tomorrow. But of course, Bill isn't going to listen right away. He is too busy making reckless bedside confessions and trying to pull Dany back into his web. And Dany is too busy going rogue with Andre to see the bigger picture. This entire week was just a masterclass in soap opera chaos. No one is playing fair. Everyone has an agenda. Everyone has something to prove. Bill is trying to prove he can win Dany back. Vernon is trying to prove he can protect his family. Tomas is trying to prove he should run the firm. And Haley is just trying to prove she isn't a total failure of a villain. Which, spoiler alert, she is. I am so emotionally invested in this town that I literally dream about these characters. I need to know what happens next. Are Dany and Andre going to survive this rogue phase? Will Andre's secret completely destroy his life before Bill even gets the chance to steal Dany away? And what is going to happen when Joey Armstrong finally forces Bill to investigate his health? Because Joey warned him. When Bill finally puts the pieces together and realizes Haley has been poisoning him since October 2025, the explosion is going to be biblical. I am counting down the minutes until the next episode. Let me know in the comments if you guys are as stressed out as I am, because I seriously need a support group for this show.